There is no good reason, there is no excuse to going up and down a ladder to retrieve tools. What's up, everybody? My name is Vince. Welcome to the channel. Recently, I've been getting a lot of questions about my tool belt. What do I have in my tool belt? Hardcore DIYers and people just getting started in the trades been leaving comments. Vince, what do you suggest? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about tool belts, their importance, what you should have in them, and what you should never leave home without. And it's all coming right up after this message from our sponsor, VCG Construction. Want to help out with the channel? Head over to the merch store. You can get hats, hoodies, t-shirts. Link will be in the description below. Welcome back, everybody. If it's your first time here, welcome to you especially. You know, we've been aiming to help more people just getting started in the trades. DIYers and homeowners, those also will benefit from watching these videos because we want to appeal to people that are not into the trades to maybe give the trades a chance. We all had to start somewhere. Everybody that I've ever hired as a helper has always asked, Vince, what do you need me to show up to the job with? I would tell them that you need to have some sort of tool belt. I don't care what it is made of. It can be made of nylon. It can be made of leather. I don't necessarily want them to have a tool apron because I want you to be able to have some tools on their person as they're working. There's nothing worse than getting to where you need to work and then realize, hey, I don't have my hammer. So having a good tool belt is going to allow you to carry everything that you need. Hey, where's my tape measure? It's right here. Do I expect you to buy this tool belt or this tool rig? No, I don't. I understand that for most people, this is overkill. As I've gotten older, and I know with my boyish good looks, you don't realize how old I am, but I have a few miles on the tires, so to speak. And things like my back start to hurt. So what I wanted to do was remove some of the load from my lower back and place it onto my shoulders. I have this rig, and I've had multiple rigs that have had suspenders. And I've needed to take these rigs apart and reverse them and tighten them up to their smallest possible configuration for me to try to wear them to get any type of load taken off my lower back and placed onto my shoulders. And none of them seemed to work for me. They're not made for someone of my height and my size. They're made for much larger people, and that's fine. This Atlas 46 style rig, I'm able to take this Saratoga vest. I can attach my tool belt to it. You can see down here. And then I'm able to attach all of my pouches, everything that I need to that tool belt. If I wanted to take even more weight off of my lower back and I want it on my shoulders, what I'll do is I'll leave this belt unbuckled. I don't even need to buckle this belt. You don't even need to have a tool belt. Maybe everything that you need will be on this vest in itself. Like right here, we have a place to hold our tape measure. Right here, we have a magnetic panel that allows us to hold some screws. If you're climbing up a ladder and maybe you're disassembling something while you're up on a ladder, it would be a great place to hold screws instead of taking those screws, placing them in your mouth, waiting to do a reassembly. You could put them on your magnetic panels. They also have pockets built into this. You could also attach your tool pouches directly to this vest itself. You maybe don't need the belt. With that being said, the entire setup has the features and functions that I need. Okay, it has, number one, I have a metal hammer hook here. It is not part of Atlas 46. It was one that I pulled off a different rig. These are structured pouches and tool pouches, which I really like. This is nice because even these pouches, these tool pouches, they're structured. You can see how this mouth is being held open. There's actually metal that runs through here. You can see in here I have some pry bars. I have a little torpedo level I have my utility knife. I have a speed square here. Back in this pocket, I have my tinags or my nail pullers. I have a compact string line. This is very nice, it reels up fast. And in my back pouch, at the moment, I have some screws. Number 3 drive. Out on this pouch, what I have is magnetic drives. I will end up carrying my tape measure in this back pocket in place of, or in lieu of carrying it up here. I find that what will happen is, if I'm using this little hook here, or this little protector, a lot of times if my tape measure hook is too tight, it will just take this right off with it. This will come off and it will stay within the tape measure. This ends up somewhere else. The other thing is, if you're bending over or climbing around, or you're trying to get your hammer out, a lot of times, you know, in a rush, your tape measure will fall off. So it's not always ideal to have it right here, for me. I don't think that there is an ideal setup for everyone. I think that depending on which trade you're in, will determine what you need to have in your tool belt. Even within specific trades, is every tool still applicable, and should you be carrying it around? No, I don't believe that you should load up every pocket in your tool belt and carry it around all the time. I think what you should do is, you should have a specific setup for whatever task that you might have. I have my pencil. My pencil is not part of my tool belt setup here. This is my little pencil pull. I keep it on my shirt and I have it with me all the time. This makes me a nerd without a pocket protector, but I love it because I never have to worry about where my pencil is. Has it fallen off? Where is it at? Some of you will say, well, where's your screw gun? I don't have it on me. If I'm not doing tasks that actively require a screw gun, I just won't do it. Likewise, let's just say I'm doing metal framing. What I would add to here would be some quick clamps, my C-clamps. I would probably remove my hammer, my framing hammer, go with something maybe a little bit lighter, tighter. I would add one of my impacts. So now I would be more set for the tasks at hand. You should be wearing a tool belt. There is only one instance in my career where I believe you should not wear a tool belt while on the job site. I'll share that with you in a minute. When you're wearing a tool belt, you know exactly where everything is at all times. It's within arm's reach. It's going to make you faster. It's going to make you more effective. What's the one time I don't think you should be wearing a tool belt? If you're doing kitchen installs and you're working around cabinetry and pre-finished hardwoods, things of that nature. If you have a tool belt on and you're walking through a galley or you're leaning over cabinets, there's a lot of metal here. It doesn't matter which trade you're in. If you're in the trades, you should have a tape measure. You should have some type of writing instrument. You're definitely going to want to have some type of safety glasses. Make sure you're keeping them on. Make sure you're replacing them frequently. And if they get damaged and you have obstructions in your field of view, or they're dirty, clean them or replace them. Because if you can't see what you're doing and you're working on something and you say to yourself, I can't see, what are you going to do? You're going to lift your glasses up and now your safety glasses aren't on anymore. So make sure your safety glasses are high quality and you replace them frequently. Otherwise, they're not going to be safe because you're going to take them off. What I require might not necessarily mean that's what's going to be required when you show up to your job with your boss. Only way for you to know what you should be bringing would be for you to ask the person that you're going to work for. You're there to help, but you're also there to learn exactly what your boss is going to need. So don't be afraid to ask questions. But when you're asking the same question over and over again about the same information, that I think maybe to your tool setup, you should add a pen and paper, okay, a notepad, or put it down on your smart device. You can use a $20 nylon tool belt from one of the big boxes with pockets and a belt will be more effective than you trying to shove screwdrivers or tools and screws into your pants pocket. Number one, you're gonna destroy your pants. And number two, some of you might say, well, if I show up to the job site with that $20 tool belt or $30 tool belt, people are gonna make fun of me. It's not leather, it's not this brand, it's not that. If it's at the price point that you can afford and will help you to do your job, that's what you buy. It should not matter what anyone else says unless it would be dangerous to you or if someone's trying to suggest maybe a better option that could save you money over time. So what I'm saying is, do not let irrational people push you in any directions. They're not rational. Do your own thing. Get what makes sense for you so that you can move forward and be more productive on the job site. All I know is what works for me. I don't know exactly what will work for you. This works for me though. Atlas 46, check them out. And if you like knowing when and when not to wear your tool belt, smash the like button. It's free for you to do. It doesn't cost you a dime. Plus you'll get 7 years of good luck. This is what's in my rig. What's in your rig? Listen, go on over to YouTube, right? And make a short. Show me what's in your tool belt. Tell me why it's in there. And tag us at VCG Construction. I want to see what's in there. Matter of fact, if it's an awesome rig, you could tell me why you like leather, or you like your pockets up front instead of in the back or on the sides, or share your rig with us, and maybe what we'll do is we'll make a video highlighting your video. All right, everybody, I get back at it. I know you're probably upset that the video is going to end, but don't worry. Another video is coming up. It's going to be more tools. You're going to love it.